what are the like key takeaways you say like for a tool maker, and what are the order winners for you like as a tool maker, because there are n number of tool makers now in the country. Why Sri Devi? Why what is the key competencies of tool makers like you? And there are several in our part of the region also.
Right. See, first of all, there is a rough estimate which says that we still import about 10,000 crores worth of molds every year.
Exactly.
So there is still a lot of tools which are coming from outside of India. So there is a lot of latent demand which is not being met by the Indian tool makers, which everyone needs to capture. So that is one area that we need to look. And mold making is capital intensive. The tool rooms are capital intensive. So you need to build the trust with your customers if you want to have the continuity of your business. Your belief in your ability and your customers' belief in you, both are important as a tool maker.
Exactly.
So then only they will be investing, because a tool costs a huge amount of money. If they don't believe you, if you are not able to give the right quality every time, you will not get repeat orders. So you cannot, quality cannot be an accident for you. It has to be planned. There's a lot of hard work behind it. So our competitive edge, if you want to ask, is that, we are technology and process driven. That is what the advantage the customers get from us. So we develop processes, we keep on fine tuning our learnings. Capturing learnings is our ongoing activity every day. So we want to learn and capture on our mistakes. So this all, this is sharpening the axe.
Exactly.
So when we keep on doing it, we are able to, always consistently deliver the molds, and we always reinvest in technologies and software and bringing best of the machines for the mold making. We are never compromised on these fronts. And training also goes hand in. So these are all the competitive advantages that Sri Devi offers. One more last point that I would like to add here is that we have specific skill sets for specific sizes of the molds. We have 3 tool rooms in Vasai, which cater for small size, medium size, and big size molds respectively. So the people are trained according to each set of molds. There is infrastructure which matches that need, and there is no mixing of the talent or the mixing of work there. So that is also one advantage that we carry. Over to you.
So do you see economics only one of the major decision maker as or the technical is the most important, or the commercial is the only decision maker for your customers?
See, tool making is a passion. Whoever is in it, they are not banyas, or we are not here to मतलब पैसे से ज़्यादा सोचने वाले लोग tool maker कभी नहीं बन सकते.
Exactly.
So it is more of a passion that you are in it. But then everyone is in it to make some money and continue to grow. So what is basic for us is that the technical specifications and commercial outline. How do you want your mold to be built? What are the specifications that you want to put into your molds? Do you want international standards elements to be in your mold, or you're okay with domestic products which are equally good? So these all specifications will decide how costly your mold is. Once that basic outline is laid, then it is only the technical specifications which will drive the mold. A mold maker will never go on and think, I have paid, I have got only this much, I should compromise here, cut corners here. No. We will always try to see that we give the best quality tool to our customer. A mold which is becoming a showstopper for an automotive line can be a disaster. You cannot go and show your face next time if your mold is becoming a showstopper. So compromise is a no-go for us.
So first thing is on the technical, and then comes the commercial anyway.
Then comes the commercial.
So sir, is there a trend you see like people are much more, because I think as we are moving forward, and I've seen with the TAGMA coming along, and they have been really focused in making the tool maker industry very comfortable with the customers. So do you think like much more focused within the country, domestic production or something like that, or are you seeing still the, let's say, I'm not naming, but China being a stronghold of this tool making art? because of the commercials. Are you seeing that kind of a trend?
See, Atmanirbhar is still very much fresh on our minds. So we expect to see sustained demand for Make in India. People are going to, Make in India. Have that drive initially to explore and make in India. But everything said and done, we need to know that previously quality, delivery and capacity, these have been the major reasons why business has gone outside of India.
Yes, sir.
And we cannot change these things overnight.
Yes, sir.
We will need a concerted effort, right infrastructure, improvement to show and give our customers what they need and stop them from. वो मजबूरी से जा रहे हैं. They have no choice.
Exactly, sir. Exactly.
They have nobody is interested in having a soup in China. So they are not interested in, but we have to offer them the right things. We need to have mold cities. We need to have industrial clusters which are having an ancillary all around you. You cannot expect a fresh entrepreneur to put all the machinery, have all EDMs and all CNCs and run the show. He needs to have a network of ancillaries. Everyone gets their specialty business and he also runs his show. So these are all the things that we will need to develop and speed up on. Tooling education, we need to have integral sandwich type of courses. 4 साल के बाद when he is coming, he is again learning the same thing. This slows us up. So we need to have integral pattern of education. We need to have mold cities. This will only help us, cater to the demand of thousands of molds which are in all sectors. Not
so
only
something like you're saying, something like what China has done in China. We should have something like that kind of a manufacturing support within the country.
Yes, wherever there is an automotive cluster, an OEM cluster, we should also have a tooling cluster around it, which helps to, be part of that industrial park.
So, sir, what are your thoughts on conformal cooling as a tool maker? Does it give you an added edge?
See, conformal cooling as a tool maker, when we see that, if it is considered, the cost is considered in the beginning stage, it really helps. In a later stage, as Mr. Abhishek also pointed out, many people find out in a later stage that this will need to be cooled. And then the OEM is limited by its data, the PO has passed, now we cannot get the approval. So the burden of the cost then comes to the tool maker. So if we can, somehow avoid that burden, and the OEM and the tier 1, who are the real beneficiaries of this advantage, are part of this, then it becomes really fun.
Yes.
From a tool maker's perspective, if I see how conformal cooling can help a tool maker, it can help him reduce the number of trials. It can help in the pain through, part prove out. आपने conformal cooling नहीं किया है, and then you're struggling with higher cooling time, you're struggling with parts which are warping, and you want to somehow work around a way to find out and just sell the tool as soon as possible. But you are taking 10 trials for that, and you have not accounted for those 10 trials in your mold cost. How do you cover up all those costs? So conformal cooling will benefit in that way.
Yes, sir. So, sir, are you seeing a trend or a part screening exercise at your design end? Do you see do you do part screening that it should go on the conformal side, or do you have any kind of thumb rules for that kind of a decision making? All right, we should do conformal in this design, or we shouldn't do conformal in that design.
Since we have wide range of experience, we make around 400 molds a year. That's about one mold in a day. So we face a lot of issues now and then, and almost every product category has gone through our eyes. So we know the pain areas. So it becomes part of our initially DFM study to find out that this is going to be a problematic area. And if we realize that, it becomes part of our feasibility studies that this may need to be conformal cooled, or we may need a separate beryllium copper insert here, which will allow our DFM studies, and so that we don't have the issue later on in production.